Alright, Panda. So I'm going to be doing this in live time. I got a bullshit dying light clip beforehand so I can talk. You gotta pay attention to what I'm saying, okay? Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm going to test it right now to make sure you've heard this so far. Excellent. So, first things first. This is a clip for Panda. Anyone else that wants to watch it, feel free, but your name might come up and it might not all be positive, but it's for Panda. This is going to be me trying to tell you what I see as we go. Now my screen's a little smaller, I might miss some stuff. I'm not perfect. But I want you to take solace in the fact that you made a very big mistake, because what happens when you make a very big mistake? You won't make it again. Look, I've made plenty of mistakes and cost us plenty of games at the point guard position. The key is I win us more games than I lose us. And you got to get to that point on your point guard. Right now you're about 50-50, and that's fine. But you're getting better. So take solace in the fact that you fucked up, because we know you won't do it again. And me and Doug ain't mad at you. We just like, I was fucking stupid. But we ain't mad at you. Alright? Here we go. It's going to be hard because I always want to follow my character around. So I'm watching you. And it's the last, I think, second half or so. Dougie's down there grabbing boards. Ball should have been to my hands quicker. Random fucked up. Is that the random or the AI? Definitely the random. Played the screen perfectly. Doug said that was on him, I think, but Doug's playing defense, so I don't know. And this is going to be me dialoguing for like 20 minutes straight, so you're going to get sick of me. Oh, the luckiest sumbitch in the West right here. This guy. Oof, we're going to see him get lucky again. Perfect defense. Did a lot of things well, but one thing you didn't do enough of, in this game in particular, is call some give and goes. You have a stretch 4, basically. Doug doesn't like the term, but a stretch 4 at the 5, meaning he can shoot 3 consistently. So you should be calling give and goes, because his guy has to play him, or your guy has to switch on to him, and they ain't going to do that every time perfectly. Just keep waiting. I didn't go through the trouble of editing it, because that would have taken me an hour to do. This is taking me 20 minutes to do, so you get 20 minutes. Doug hits me instantly. Easy break. There's the lead. I don't remember how big our lead was. Couldn't have been very big. I know they got very lucky to come back into it, so that's another part of it. Once again, perfect defense. The ball should have already been in my hands, though, off the pass. You could have lobbed me. As is, you threw a flashy because you felt cocky. That's fine. But as soon as you're getting the steal, because you have no control of your character while he's stealing the ball, you should be looking to see if anybody's open, looking up court. Ball's in my hands. I hit Doug right here on a lob. See, I brought up my icons. You're going to see it from my perspective, too. I bring up my icons to see if the pass lane's there. I read that it isn't, because he has the monkey reach in center. So what do? I read if the lob is there, and I read that it was. If it wasn't there in that situation, I would have peeled to the corner, looked for a shot, went baseline, looked for a shot, then swung it. Terrible defense by our random and our AI. Right here I'm hitting Doug and trying to run a give and go, basically. Look what happens. His guy sags off, my guy recovers, then he gets bump stealed. But it would have worked if my guy didn't switch. He did switch, but he wasn't a good player. Terrible defense from the random and the AI both again. Right here you could have passed it. Yep. Had to be a touch earlier, but I probably would have thrown that one too. That happens. You're going to get turnovers like that here and there, and there's nothing wrong with that. But again, it's all about situational awareness. You know that center probably has fucking Hall of Fame interceptor, and he's sitting there touching his tiny little penis, waiting for it. Right here, you did something weird, actually. You didn't sprint up the court. I don't know if your camera was turned fucking around or what, but you actually ran towards our hoop and then towards their hoop, and I thought that was weird in the moment. I had to wait an extra beat to get you the ball against a great team, a great point guard. That would have cost you the bucket. As is, your guy's fast enough. You made up for it. No big deal. Right here, Doug decides to go with a bounce pass, which was crazy. Love you, Dougie, if you're watching. I love you. But that was a crazy bounce pass. You and Doug didn't communicate on that play. Led to a wide open mid-range shot. Right here, you should be calling for me to post up or pick and pop or something. You never called anything for me. I think that's because you're used to me running the show, used to me getting all the shots. Doug, it's a great look, though. Ah, you called horns, actually. I take it back. You called horns. Yeah, sorry. That was the horn set, which worked perfectly. And I think you kind of went away from it. Keep in mind, I don't have audio, so I'm watching it in dead silence. Right there, you should reach. Doug's going to hit me here. I'm going to get caught up to, and I fuck up. Oh, no, okay. That's the one where I say, fuck it. Shoot it anyway. 3-point lead. As a point, when I see my guys have their takeovers and I have the ball, I try to give them an extra touch here or there, because nobody likes having their takeover and not getting the ball. That's when I'm at the point guard position, especially an offensive-based takeover. I go for the steal, it doesn't work. He makes a pass. AI plays good defense, Doug plays better defense. It was the random actually playing defense. You get an easy bucket here. Oh no, makes you do a layup. I pass it to him, he fucks this up bad. I call for this back, I believe. I tried. Doug missed me kind of on a lob, but the center's there. Now we have no time on the shot clock. I try to drop step. I get fouled, no call. But right there, you're crashing glass. We don't need you to crash glass in that situation. You shouldn't even be in the paint. You should be at the 3-point line. I get you want to crash glass on this guy, but when you're at the point guard position against a cherry-picking team, you cannot. You've got to get back. You've got to be our first and last line of defense on the fast break. You're fast enough to recover. Doug makes a pass. You pass it to me. Get an easy hook shot out of it. Good job. That situation, you should float to the corner. You shouldn't float to the mid-range. Your guy can pick you up from there, right? You're not actually open. I need you to create even more space in that situation and look for your 3 more on this guy. You should be, anytime you can, you should be heading to that corner to get a wide open corner 3. Anytime. Because you will make it most of the time with your badges. So you got catch and shoot for a reason, right? Plus, you don't have quick draw. We need to get you as much space as we possibly fucking can. I bump him, he misses it, gets the rebound, horse shit. Switches me. Watching you now, watching you. Unlucky bounce, oh, lucky bounce. I wait, I'm thinking about it, I decide to give it to him because I want to keep him involved. Keep in mind, he hasn't made a jump shot yet. The random has not made a jump shot yet. You played good defense, but he blew by you. I switch up, I switch for you. I'm watching you, you fight through a screen, perfect. You pick up that guy, you hand him off. You pick up the guy on the wing you think's going to shoot, you switch back. You're inside, the guy gets lucky once again. Well defended play. You have 12 points, 5 assists. Right here you should pass it to me, but now you can't. That was the window to pass it to me if you're going to throw it. Right there you don't need a hop step, but you do. An alternate option was to flashy it back to Doug. I say flashy it back to Doug because it would make you throw a no-look pass. It would have made you throw a no-look pass instead, so you would have been wide open, or Doug would have been wide open. But nothing wrong with your play, 1A, 1B. Protecting the ball, that's good. You hit me, I get bumped. I'm looking for Doug because his man picks me up. Right there, Doug makes a good pass. The random fucks up and does dumb shit. Doug could have probably thrown him a lob, but the guy wouldn't have caught it. He's dog shit. Dog shit player. I'm watching you. That was a good pickup. Right there, you have to switch to mine a little quicker. Your job in that situation is to make up for me sucking on defense that play. Decent pass. I get bump stolen, trying to bump steal me. I miss you on the lob. But you didn't call it either. I can't know all the time, right? Say lob me, and I'll throw it. I'll throw it. I'll trust you and throw it. I'll at least trust you once. Right there, you have to touch past that to Doug. You got bailed out on the foul call. I believe you said coming in hot. Coming in hot! All in! That's fine. But you should have touched past it to Doug because, once again, Doug's guy likes to help off. Doug's guy is a fucking moron. Both free throws. Good free throws. We had 16 points, 5 assists. Look how often I check the scoreboard, by the way. Here we go. I pick him up. You go to switch. You change back. Perfectly read by you. I believe my guy cheats inside there. I'm thinking he's a dwarf. He ain't going to finish. He's going to pass out. Well, he tried to score. And he gets lucky for like the 8th time in the game. Doug's guy picks me up. I set a screen. I played that well. You're spacing the floor. I'm going to try to follow you more. 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 7 of 10. I believe it was 15 or 16 points. That's a fine reach, but you should be reaching when he's a little close to the half-court line. In case they don't call the foul, you'll bump him back court sometimes. There you're going for a passing lane steal. You're trying to play aggressive defense. I respect it. I'm watching nothing but you now. That was good. You picked him up, you paid the pass. The guy didn't make the pass. Some people make that pass. You steal it, we're off to the races. Nothing wrong with what you did there. I believe you said, I'm gone. I think he might miss this one. If he doesn't green it, he misses it. Doug gets it and he hits you. And you're gone alright. Perfectly ran. Right here, you should have been pressing. Before the pass. Before the pass is even made, you should be pressing. You don't need to be retreating. I'm watching you. You didn't do anything wrong there. That's fine. Right here, you can touch pass. Bang! Okay, good. You threw it. Half a second late. This does weird shit to me. I tried to get the body and then go up with a dunk, and it gives me that layup, and then it makes me miss it. On the other end, of course, they hit that. Now, we have a 1-point lead. I believe this is the start of our downfall. We start to really struggle. You're 8 of 11. You're not calling any plays here, though. Wait, did you call horns? You did. You called horns. Attaboy. You're learning. Lob wasn't there. It was a good no-look. Doug takes a bad shot. He says, bad shot. Watching you defensively. You didn't do anything wrong there. The guy got lucky for the 5th time this game. You haven't called for me to post up. You haven't called for a give and go, though. You haven't called for anything of the sort. Doug's guy's trying to get to him. He doesn't, but still makes him miss because the guy's a fucking piece of shit. And he's luckier than sin, so he can run down and do that on the other end after Doug misses a wide open jumper that's a better look. Doug accidentally throws it up. The guy takes terrible layup. We get lucky. So that luck balanced out. They have a 1-point lead, 2 minutes left. This is anybody's game. This is where it really matters. This is the times you live for as a point guard. Yeah, it's nice to win by 40, but I like these more. This guy's cheesing. I go for the steal. I miss it. I don't think what you were doing there is consequential. I'm just going to assume you were sticking to your man. Hey, you're baiting the pass right now perfectly. A little too tight, a little too tight, a little too tight. Still guarding him too tight. That's perfect. Perfect. You picked him up, went for the swipe. Handed him off, recovered. Yeah, that's perfect defense. Random cherry picks down court, gets dunked, 1-point lead us, 1.5 minutes left. Few possessions left in the game now. Where are you at? You should be pressing right here. You should have already been down there. You need to be a threat on the inbound pass. Not just when the guy's bringing the ball up the court. On the inbound pass alone, you should be a threat. How many times you see me get an inbound steal, turn a game around? I get 1 or 2 a game on my two-way slashing playmaker. You should already be down court pressing. You're half court pressing, you're not full court pressing. See, look what you can do. Like, you can cause mayhem. He's fast enough. Take some chances. I get a bump steal for trying to close out, and the game rewards me for being Terrible at stealing the ball with a 32 defense. I see his guy flopping, so I go for it. That's the one that broke the camel's back right there. They make Doug miss the wide open dunk because that guy's luckier than fucking sin with a horseshoe up his fucking cunt. You tried to recover, did your best you could. On the other end, they hit that, of course. I don't have the speed here to attack the rim, or I would have. I get bump stolen. Is that the AI's guy? 16. I don't even know. If that was the AI's guy, it's just unlucky. Is 16 our AI or is 11 our AI? I actually don't know. I think it's our AI. Which is just unlucky then. Watching you, you pick up that guy correctly. You play off correctly. This guy makes that because once again, he's the luckiest fucking sack of shit in the fucking world. Guy's a fucking piece of shit human being. I screen your guy. You hit me correctly. I kind of fuck it up here. I believe I end up getting a hook shot out of it, but no, I pass out to Doug. Wide open jumper. See, this is how I play point as opposed to the way you're playing point right now. Like, I played point that possession. I'm going down there try to get Doug's guy on me and then just looking to dish it off. Sometimes you're going down there getting Doug's guy on you and you're just making the first pass you see, rather than reading who's on you in what situation. Okay, old boy hits the lucky drop step here and makes another 20-plus covered layup. Here we go, Panda. Here it is. I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to say it's okay. Watch very carefully and watch this on repeat. I'm open. Doug's open. Yeah. So, only thing you did wrong was assume the random was going to grow a brain on the last play of the game. He isn't. Now, you might have to watch it back, but I'm fairly certain you could have put the ball on the floor there and had a mid-range from the right. You had me for a lob, and if you held it longer, Doug would have been open for a 3 on the left. The best shot in that situation is probably me, then you, then Doug, because that's his cold zone. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up. We ain't mad at you. But understand that in those situations, you dance with the one that brought you, the one that brung you. You had a very solid game, but that was a very unsolid play. It's no big deal. Consider how lucky they got. Remember how lucky they got in every single one of those situations going on the stretch. 20% covered, 20% covered, 30% covered, 20% covered, 20% covered, 20% covered. And Doug's missing dunks. Wide open jumpers. We got very unlucky to lose. So, yeah, your play didn't help. We got very unlucky to lose. Love you, buddy. I hope this was helpful. I think it was helpful. I'm a helpful guy. Help, help, help. Help, help, help. There.